seriously, I shouldn't say this because there's probably other clients from other companies on here, but this is primarily the only company I use outside of my own or outside of what my wife and I order online.
Dude, I'm just gonna blow you up for that one. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
That is cool. So you guys and girls that are all here, 187 of you, I'm like so thrilled. I am really happy that you've taken the time to come and join us. This is our first Blabathon that we're doing. And Tom and I and Monty love videos because we love to see you and we love to interact with you, this is going to give us a new platform that we've never been able to do. And so Tom and I and Monty wanted to talk about, what are the top 5 things that you need to do this fall to get out of your summer rut and propel forward into the biggest growth time of your business. This is the time, like right now. I mean, this is, we're already like a week and a half into September. Your pants and your feet and your hair should be on fire. You got to be blowing it up. This is the time now that you fly up through the fall, carry through the winter, and then you reach a new plateau, in getting into the next year. So there are some key things you got to do to get out of that comfort zone rut. And that's what Tom and I were like, let's blab, let's try this blab thing and we can do it versus a conference call. And that's it for us. And I'm with Young Living. I've been with Young Living for 15 years. And a couple years ago, I got very, very frustrated. I've been stuck at the rank of gold for like 8 years. And I was stalking Mrs. Challen on Facebook, and I saw that she was posting all these pictures on, what's going on with her and the kids and Tom. And I sent her a message, and I said, what are you guys up to, these days? Because I knew them from a while back. I'd done some boot camps with Tom a long time ago, 2007. And I sent her a message, and she said, oh, we're up to doing some coaching. We got priority team going, blah, blah, blah. And I started coaching with Tom, and within a year, I busted out of that stuckness. And it took a year because I'm a little hard-headed. So Tom kept beating the same message into my head over and over and over. And we like the business like doubled. And so now we're flying on. We're almost to diamond. And that's my introduction of Mr. Who.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I coach a lot of people. And can you hear me, by the way?
Yes.
I coach a lot of people in direct marketing and thousands over the last 8 years. And there's this many people, maybe this many, that just take the ball and run with it like you did. So you and Monty, a lot of people get great training from me, but again, not everybody's willing to go and crush it and take it to the next level. They're still in the comfort zone. They're getting great training. They know what to do. They know how to do it, but they don't do it. And you're one of those few people that stepped up and you're leading. You're not only leading your organization. I know there's an incredible amount of people that are in your company that are following you because of your growth and Monty's growth and your success and your ability to lead a group with technology as well as great training. So I'm excited. That's why you get me to do this new platform. It's, when Jen says, hey, I need you, I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's do it.
I'm so excited. Tom, I think we're going to forget about those conference calls. We're going to do blabs.
Yeah, heck yeah. This is awesome. And I want to say hi to everybody. Good to see see a lot of you out there. At least your pictures are coming across the screen there. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, we've got 20 that are logged in with their Twitters, and we got 189 watching total. I think that's what that is. Yeah, so it's really, really cool. And we're super excited you're here. And Monty, do you want to introduce yourself, Mr.? I feel like we're in Hollywood Squares. It's so hilarious.
Should I do a singing and acting, dancing little commercial first?
Well, you could do your Chippendales, impersonation. Oh,
there is a Chippendale move right there. Bring in the puppies.
He's wanting to. He's been dying to sit on my lap.
Yeah, he's looking for attention. I am Monty Moran. Like Jen said, we are in Young Living. We are professionals at what we do. We love the business. We love people. We love helping people, and we just love trying to basically convey our message in as many platforms as we can. And Blab is so fun because now you can actually put a face to a voice versus conference calls. There's just that voice. Now you can actually see a person, how they react. And I love watching people's facial expressions, especially Tom, because he's always got something crazy going on. Because we're both thinking. You can see when someone's thinking, their face does different things. And either they light up or they're thinking really hard, something like that. But that kind of really conveys the messages when you watch somebody live. So this is fun.
Yes.
Yes, this is very fun. So Tom, one thing I want to talk about for sure is working a candidate list or a list of resources, because I feel like that's something we really need, that we miss. But let's lead off with what do people have to do to get unstuck, to really start to gain this momentum this fall? Because I don't know if all companies are like this, but for our company, the fall is the time where the surf in the tide, we fly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's normal in all niches in all businesses in our industry. Fall is like harvest time for sure. So, here's I have a whole new perspective. I've been doing this now for 20 years, built multiple teams, been the number one earner of two different teams. But I got to tell you, what I feel right now is so just laser sharp for what's working right now in the network marketing industry. And I will tell you, the first thing I want to share with people is something that's so hard to do. I can tell you a lot of strategies on how to, really take advantage of the time that you're in right now with your company. But the thing that I want to tell everybody, and this is number one thing I want to share, is fresh start. So many network marketers, so many of you are holding on to so much thoughts, and I call it self-sabotage. Like, what is my warm market going to think? I've already approached them 5 times. Oh, you know what? I just watched this blog, this article that says warm market's dead and building a candidate list is dead. Oh, you know what? Maybe there's another way. All of that is literally self-sabotage. Let me just be a little bit more direct. Can be a lie. It's not true. It's all just stuff that gets in here. It gets in our head, and it becomes truth, but it's not a reality, but it paralyzes so many of you. And if it's not paralyzing you directly, it's paralyzing your people. So if you ever wonder why people don't do anything, they're overanalyzing, they're overthinking, because within a few minutes, I can get someone dangerous if they're ready. But not everybody's ready, unfortunately. They got to overcome stuff, and they don't have to, by the way. They can make a choice right now, but unfortunately, we're humans. And humans do weird things, and they come with baggage and fears and doubts and overanalyzing and overthinking and overwondering and all that stuff, right? So the thing I'm going to share, number one, Jen, is fresh start. Act like you're brand new. You're 20 years old again, and you are with a company that already knows how to make $1 billion, that already knows how to pop out millionaires like it's popcorn. It's starting to hit like crazy with your company. And the biggest wealth, if people understood the biggest wealth in this industry is not 0 to 1 billion. It's 1 billion to 3 billion. So all of the pioneers with Young Living, the people like you and Monty, Jen, the people that have made incredible incomes here, you're the ones that went through back orders and shipping issues and government issues and foundation building and expansion and farms around the country and farms around the world and dialing in all the products and getting your monthly orders and getting your websites dialed in and your presentations dialed in and what's happened? $1 billion in sales. That's the foundation. Now it's harvest time. And some of you are going to take advantage of that harvest, and some of you are going to wait to get over something. Some of you are going to wait or think about it or try to find some easier way when there's already a simple way. You just got to follow that with a fresh start.
I remember when I was really stuck and you and I consulted for the first few times, it's all you told me to do. You were telling me not to like cut all the ties with the people that I had already brought into my business, but you said you've got to look at your business from a fresh start. You've got to move forward as if you've got a $75,000 head start, and you've got to start like building as if you were in the beginning. And you told me, he said, because of the money, you told me that because of the money I was making already, because I was already making, pretty good money. You said what did you tell me? You said that, I was comfortable because I wasn't hurting. You know what I mean? Like I was making enough money. I was comfortable, but I wasn't in any pain. So I could be stuck. You know, I know you've got a name for it and I can't remember what it is. Complacent. Yes.
Comfort zone. I don't remember what the specific word was other than a comfort zone. Yeah. Which is pretty much literally, this industry is so simple, but 98% are in a comfort zone. Like even me at times, I've gone through cycles like this. It's almost too simple to make a big income. And I don't want to use that. I don't want to be too light with it, but really, if we got rid of all the crap and I call it fat, like literally when I overeat or I'm not working out, I will get man boobs, right? You can see the little rings right there coming through my little tight t-shirts. So I get these man boobs. I don't know why I'm talking about man boobs, but I'm talking about fat. The same fat that gets on my butt once in a while, in my waist, is the same fat that almost all network marketers carry around, but they just don't have to. It's just like, get rid of it. Get rid of the things that are holding you back. And the thing that I used to share with you, Jen, I think this is one of them. Like if there was 4 brand new people, if we were just to take all 4 people and put them right here in this 4 blocks right now, this is going to be crazy recommendation. Don't look at the person above you in the square. Don't look at the person, not you guys, but don't look at the random people in network marketing. Don't look at the person above you or to the right of you or left of you. Meaning in your company, don't necessarily look at what anybody else is doing on all your cross line. Don't definitely look at your team, and don't look at your upline unless they're doing what you.
Oh, he froze. He froze.
Nice pose though. That's good.
He's frozen.
That's awesome.
Blab sometimes still has a few snafus.
Yeah, you know what? I'm lucky because I'm actually. Oh, he wants back in. All right.
Come on, Tom. He lost connection, you guys. He had something so epic.
Huh, okay.
We'll wait for him to. He lost his spot. That's the problem with Blab. Blab is really good, but Blab sometimes loses connection every now and then.
Well, you know, it actually does say beta Blab. So.
Yeah, it says beta. Where'd you go, Thomas?
I could jump in on what Tom was talking about. On the front end of that is, it is easy to not get serious about your network marketing business because the cost of entry is so cheap. I mean, for us, if you want to be really serious, it's what, $150, $160? Yep. Some of the other big companies, you know, they have like $1,000 to get in on the business side. But I just talked to a friend, old friend. I mean, we're like back to high school days. She started a business 3 years ago. It's like a Medi Spa kind of place. She's merging with another company now because she and her friend, who's the other business partner, she hasn't paid herself all 3 years that she's had this business she's opened up. It's an awesome business. She's never taken a check.
Do you know how much she's invested into that business? Like how much has it taken her to?
You know, I didn't ask for numbers, but I know they're in deep. I mean,
probably $1 million.
The equipment they have, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're in deep. I know that. It's a new. They built out a new. I would say like a little strip mall, and it's like all businesses, professional businesses, dentists and places like that. And so they went from like sand floor, and they built it all the way up to, you know, nice offices, nice waiting room. They have some like serious medical treatment devices in there. I know they're in deep. Yeah, but so she hasn't paid herself in 3 years. Wow. Whereas, you know, but the problem with that is in 3 years she hasn't paid herself. But with us, like we start over every month. So if you have like a July that went like sour and you maybe only made, who knows, like $100, you still have August to start over and, you know, make 10 times that. That's the potential with this business.
Yes. Well, I guess, you know, to do the second thing, you know, Tom said the first thing that, you know, you need to do in order to blow up your fall is to like start fresh. You know, you look at your business as if this is your first day of enrollment, whether or not you've been in for 5 years, 10 years, 5 months, 5 weeks, you're starting fresh. Don't rest on your laurels. Don't get comfortable. You got to set yourself like up for flying. But the second thing I would say would be, you've got to make a mess and get into action mode and not be stuck in the preparing, and getting things perfect. Because let me write this down. I got it in my notes. Because when we call this analysis paralysis, a lot of people, they say they're going to do something, and then they get all caught up in he says his computer shut off. He just texted me. That's where he went. But the thing is, what happens is people get stuck in analysis mode, and now it's September. And instead of just making a list, which we'll talk about the candidate list here in a minute, but instead of making their list of people, jumping on that, maximizing, getting out, making a huge torrential mess, being everywhere, presentations multiple nights a week, calls on the phone with, upline, crossline, downline, making stuff happen, people will just they'll get in analysis mode, and they'll start writing PowerPoints and creating blogs, and they'll start doing all this busy work, which they're busy and they feel like they're doing something, but there are no results attached. And that you got to do what yields immediate results right now. You can't, all that stuff. If you're learning how to blog and you're writing manuals and creating PowerPoints, you do that on your spare time. The things that make you grow right now are what you need to do now. That is contacting people, sending them to a simple message, and then you follow up and you get them started and you show them how to do the same thing. So how do you find people? You either get out right now. There are tons of fall festivals. You can get tables at fall festivals. You can go to networking groups. You can make your list of resources, which we're going to talk about. Like I said, we're going to go a whole thing on list of resources. You can follow up with your current members and see who wants help, who needs help doing any presentations or talking to people. So you've got to make that happen. That yields results. The second thing is you send them to a message, which your message could be either a website, it could be a live presentation, it could be, here, smell this bottle of oil, read this catalog. That's what the message is. There's no specific message. The message is about the company and the product. And then you get them started. But unless you're doing those things, you're just being busy. That's all that's happening. You're just being busy. And that's what I got to say about that. Do you have anything to add about getting into action mode, Monty?
I don't know. I can just foreshadow a little bit about, when people first start out, there's always going to be that candidate list, like who knows you. But when you run out of that list, then what? And that's where making the mess basically like refills that funnel, because if people know that you're doing things, maybe you're doing the $25 vendor shows, or you're doing, who knows, the free things, the free talks, the free lunch and learns, you're out there doing everything everywhere. People watch, and you can attest to this, Jen. There are people who will watch you for a year, 2 years, 3 years, just to make sure that you are still in it, and it's not like a flash in the pan kind of thing, or you're being a serial entrepreneur and you're on to the next thing and on to the next thing. They don't know if you're serious. And so if you're out there and you keep doing what you're doing, and people notice you're always doing the same thing, they're going to say, okay, there's something to this. They're obviously behind it and they're sticking with it. Now I want in, because I've been watching for a year, 2 years, 3 years. I get it.
Yes.
And that's where once you like fill in your candidate list, and those people, you've already addressed all those people. And mind you, things change every 6 months. I mean, our lives changed in the last 6 months, and the 6 months before that, our lives changed. And I think we're pretty stable people. So you always got to check in on people like that, because that could still refill your funnel with a candidate list. And also, I would say, if you're out making a mess, and here's my trick, is when I do vendor shows, I cannot, Tom's logging in. I cannot sit still at a table. I have to go around and talk to the other vendors, because that's usually my best opportunity to connect with people, and that basically refills my candidate list.
Cool. Well, hopefully he'll be coming on here. He's trying to get on and I don't know what's going on. Yes. And you said something important about, oh gosh, I just got sidetracked about what you were saying. I just lost, you were talking about, go refresh me.
Making a mess.
Yes.
Filling the funnel.
Oh, there.
Well, who's that?
That's Mr. Challen.
Hey,
your computer went kaput, huh?
I'm on Kim's computer now. I had to, yeah. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, you're fabulous.
My computer is better. I mean, my camera's better, isn't it?
A little bit, but you look good.
That depends if Kim's close or not.
Kim's what?
If she's close, hers is better. But if she's not close, yeah, yours is way better.
Kim, come say hi.
What we just did, Tom, is the second thing for momentum for this fall. What we said was you just got to get into action mode and not management mode. And then we went into talking to people, sending them to the message, and then starting them and just making a mess. No time for writing manuals, no time for writing PowerPoints. If it doesn't yield enrollments, you shouldn't be doing it right now.
Yeah, that's very good.
So very good. I just channeled my inner Challen. I'm like, what would Tom say?
It was good. It was good.
So that's funny. I guess, go ahead. What were we going to say, Tom?
I'll finish up there, and then maybe we could ask the next question just really briefly. I was just sharing to not, in network marketing, it's so new to people who join, and they get stuck in what's normal. And what's normal in network marketing is nowhere near your best. That's what I've learned. It's nowhere near, like what the reality is of your normal is so much higher from a productive perspective, from a recruiting perspective, from a duplication perspective, from just an overall team building. What your normal should be, which is your 100% best. And if you're really operating at your best of your possible ability of your God-given, how God created you, then it will look like every single person around you in your company, on your team, and a lot of times in your uplines, depending on who's your upline, it will look like, and this is what always shocked me, when I got into the zone of doing my absolute best, what it looked like was everybody else around me was like,
oh no,
Everybody looked frozen. They looked like they were in slow motion working because I was just going at my normal best pace and what my normal best pace was. And I wasn't that super galactic of skill different than anybody else in this industry. But what was shocking is how much you can get done in such a short period of time. I wasn't a workaholic. I was working so short. And again, I just learned not what other people say I should do from a recruiting and duplication and building perspective. I just wanted to see for 1 year, what does it look like if I was to do 100% my best? And that year became the number one earner, enrolled 500 people, duplicated 40,000 active people in a company. I think if I was with Young Living, I would have just put it with the sheer numbers that we did, we'd be at $500,000 to $1 million a month. No question, because I picked a company that wasn't super stable. I picked a company back then, and I didn't know. You never know, really, unless you're already with a company that's a behemoth that already has a good foundation like Young Living. But, man, I couldn't imagine. I know God had a different plan. Man, my wife sits on these crazy balls. You sit on these balls? I'm like, you got to stand on my chair. Oh, much better. So that's what I would share is what is your best? What does it look like for you? And don't judge what your best looks like today. Do your best, and over time, day by day, week by week, month by month, year, over the next year, you watch. If you were to just shed all the fat, get all the focus, get rid of all the self-sabotaging beliefs, and treat every single person on that candidate list with a fresh perspective. I went through my candidate list hundreds of times and blew them all out of the water because I did everything wrong. I said everything wrong. And then years later, when I went back around that candidate list, I called my buddy Rob and I'm like, dude, you know why I'm calling you, right? Yeah, you want to get me in your stupid pyramid deal. I'm like, yes, I do. You're my best friend. I want to put you at the top of my business. I'm going to bug you till you at least fully look at it. Is that fair enough? Fully look at it, Rob. I'm telling you, things are different. Things are crushing it right now. And I'm telling you, I am from a friend to friend. You just got to look at this thing. Dude, challenge, come on. I remember you running down the street naked with beer things over your head. And I remember you, dude. How are you doing well at this? Dude, just trust me. Take a look at this thing. I'm going to bug you till you do. Fair enough? Now, obviously, that was custom to that guy, my friend from high school. But my aunts and uncles, I'm like, look, Auntie, don't look at the ingredients. Do me a favor. I'm pushing for a contest. Will you help me out? Just become a customer. These products rock. Well, how do the products work? I go, I don't really know all the details. I just know we have 100,000 customers that love this stuff and order it every month. So I know it's working for a lot of people. You just got to try it. And if you don't like it, we have an awesome customer satisfaction. But please just order it. And if you don't like it, you can always cancel it. Fair enough? So I'm not saying these are the words. This is the mindset. Does that make sense? I'm not saying this is how you get customers, but this is the mindset of you're going to order from me. And especially if it's warm market. Now, obviously, I like to lead directly with my warm market to the business primarily, but I will also get customers for a lot of my candidate list as well.
You know, Tom, let's talk about that one as the third one, because what I want to say for the third one to really jam your fall is I don't care how new or how long you've been in this business, time to redo a candidate list.
Yes.
And, I don't I'm going to do it myself. I've done it before, and I've got everybody in my business that has ever been on that candidate list. But Tom, do you want to share the secrets of working a candidate or a resource list or the list of names, or, how to do that? I mean, I know what I've been doing, but let's talk about it, because I think, and I know especially in our company, we don't do it. I know we don't do it. And then because I hear
don't do it.
People don't do it.
What do you mean?
Like when people get started, they don't make their list of names and categorize them and then work with those people saying, hey, I'm getting started in my business. I feel like this is a huge for all the people that are listening and watching. We got 205 people on right now. And I know without a doubt, I hear it all the time. Now, what do we do next? I'm stuck. I just got started. I don't know what to do next. The first thing is this list of candidates/resources. Yes. And getting your business going off the ground. And the way that I explain it is you make a list of everybody you know that you can remember from your entire life, but don't judge them of being a business builder or product user. You just make this list and then you go through and you categorize them, potential product, potential business, or maybe they're a connector or a referrer, somebody with the resource. Smart. And then you start working with that. You start with your chicken list first, the people you're most afraid to talk to. But go ahead and add to that, because I feel like this is the big thing that people need to do right now. They can do it today, make this list and get on it by 7 p.m. tonight.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, go through Facebook. You know what's interesting is, and it's another self-sabotage. This was actually one of mine. People from elementary school, you go on Facebook for 5 minutes. And if you haven't done this yet, this is a basic tip. Go in there and add your high school. Go in there and add your college. Go in there and look at all your friends from high school and college and elementary school and junior high and sports teams and jobs, and kind of start fresh with Facebook. It's a gold mine. I've enrolled so many people from my wrestling team. I don't even remember their. I never thought I would see them my whole life, right? Scott Conklin and just so many winners that I remember now. So start fresh with that resource list. And my goal is, of course, start with 100 to 200 without prejudging anybody. And what I do is I want to build a candidate list ultimately to over 1,000. I want to build that thing so big through just remembering people, UPS drivers here right now, right? I want to build that list so big over time that I have an endless supply of people to connect with for my business. So that's another tip that I would do is just start digging up a lot of sources for that.
Yeah. And, we were coaching somebody this morning on this particular topic. And I told her, I said, because she's worried about being that person that nobody likes, like they'll see her walk in the room and they'll, oh my God, here she is. And they're going to walk the other way because they feel like they're going to, get pushed on some product or joining some business. And I told her, I said,
oh, yes.
Just talk to that person the way you would want to be talked to. Just say honestly, because she got a text message that was like, come over, we're doing a wellness happy hour, blah, blah, blah. And it said no company, no nothing. It was like one of those things, like a bait and switch thing. And I said, be real with people. Say, I just started with Young Living and I'm so excited that I might have a way to get out of, not having to teach and sub, and I'll have my schedule to myself. And I love these products. And I'm wondering if you could help me out, or, you know what I mean? Like,
beautiful.
Can I practice with
That's
you?
Perfect.
And be just normal, be normal. Like, if somebody's not interested, that's okay. Don't make them buy your product. It's okay. It's like, oh, she was so funny. But I said, just talk to people from your heart.
Yes.
It's not my boobs. It's my heart. Talk from your heart and talk to a person the way you would want to be talked to without being a creep.
Yeah. And here's the big one. Here's the bomb. Don't over explain it and don't get caught into sales mode. Most of you don't want to be in sales, and even if you do want to be in sales or not, don't get caught into being a traditional salesperson. So when your friend says, okay, that sounds great, awesome, so what is it? How does it work? What is it? One of those things? What tell me more about it. Just come on, just tell me. Come on, Jen, just tell me, what's this thing about? Right? Our friends going to do that?
No, but what I tell people, I say, those pyramid schemes, I'm at the top of the pyramid. And then they just like, what? They start laughing, and then it's fine because they know I can be like that. It's silly. But actually, I've never even gotten that at all, because I guess I've always really put, and one thing, I guess one of the things, number 4, before we get into candidate list, was, to really blow up your business, number 4 thing would be get your focus off of your paycheck and onto helping other people. Can you help people with your product? Can you help people with your service? Can you help people, get started in business because they need some extra money? How can you help people when you're getting your mind off of your check and your personal rank, and you help people, look at your people, whether you're brand new or you're a leader, help people get to that first rank or the next rank within the next month. You're going to see your check do amazing things because you're off of that dollar. If you're trying to build your own check, you're not going to get very far.
Good. Very good. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel very strongly because I've done it myself. I know when I've been worried about, making that payment, or, I need an extra $500 or something like that, my business will get stuck. But if I turn my mind around and look at my team and how can I help this girl, how can I help Ann get to silver, and how can I help Jody get to gold, and Monty, I don't know where he's going. But, and getting over myself, getting my ego off of myself is just a big deal.
Very good.
Monty's
I was going to say, I know I'm watching Tom doing all these kudos, or what are they called? Hand things. I know who's doing one. I was going to say, before we moved, I was in a BNI group for 2 years, and you could always tell who was the person that was looking for the next paycheck, or looking at somebody and they see the dollar signs through everybody. And when I talk to people, it was usually, I never talked about myself. I was always the guy that had the questions. Like, we did a coffee talk, I was always asking the questions. And most people had no clue what I was doing as far as network marketing or anything like that. But I told people, I said, money will come, but I said, I'm more interested in relationships. I said, to me, abundance is relationships. And if you can build as many relationships as you can, that's where your abundance is. I mean, who said it that one of their dream goals is to have Tom's showing off his man boobs?
What?
Oh, you're showing off your man boobs.
Oh. It's interesting. I have my screen up here above me. So if I'm looking up, I'm looking right at you guys, by the way. And my camera is down here. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm trying to see why Angela Brooks was given Jen hearts and not Jen some props and not me down there.
You guys are tight.
That's what I was doing, to be honest. Hi, Jen. Hey, Angela.
That's funny. Oh my
God.
God.
But I was going to say with the relationships, it's, think Donald Trump, would you love to have his Rolodex or his contact list right now? I mean, that's abundance right there.
Yep. Absolutely.
Tom, do you have any tips for anybody? We tell them to call the chicken list first. You have any thoughts on calling the chicken list?
Yeah, you know what? It's one of those, it's the only reason why people don't have wild success out of the gate is they talk too much, and they don't even pick up and call the chicken list because of that thing I was talking about earlier, that self-sabotage, that thought that's a lie that hits the head, that the thought of what are they going to think? What if they say no? Are they going to judge me? All this stuff that's so untrue. And here's the crazy part: if it was true, you ready? If it was true, you can only, and this sounds kind of wild. What I finally realized in network marketing many years ago, that I might actually lose some friends that for whatever reason don't want to work with me. That's fine, but let's still be friends. But they treat you different because they don't understand what you're doing. They don't understand this network marketing thing, and they may have a prejudgment towards it. And there are some people that have that. And if it really does affect the relationship, that you become successful, and sometimes being poor affects your relationship. Sometimes being in network marketing affects your relationship. Sometimes starting to make big money affects your relationship. Sometimes when you get the nice new car affects your relationship. So all you could do is, if it affects your relationship, what you do in life, if you're going through a good time or a bad time with your friend, you got to really evaluate, are they someone you want to spend the rest of your life with? I'm not saying prune out all your friends, but I'm saying, man, I love since I've gotten into network marketing, I find people that are entrepreneurial, that are success driven, they're positive minded, they're focused. And you get to the point where your family, and I'm not saying get rid of all your friends, but there will be a time when the more you rise in leader and the more you develop yourself and the more you really start growing in your Young Living business, it's amazing what your new circle will look like. And again, you choose. I still am best friends with my buddy from Ohio, but it's like a phone call once a year. It's like a get together every other year. It's not like we call every day. We don't have much in common anymore. He does the same thing he's been doing since 10th grade, and he's doing really well. That's his career. That's his calling. That's his life. It's not bad. I'm not putting him down. It's just different. We don't relate anymore. I don't drink beer anymore and run down the streets naked like I used to in high school. I don't do all those wild, crazy things anymore that really was fun, that connected us. Now I'm in network marketing and he's in construction, and we've been doing that for 20 years. So that's just, it may sound weird, but don't worry what your friends think. And again, if they really judge you, you got to really evaluate that.
Yes. And that's a topic we could probably go on for an hour, because I feel strongly about that. And one of the things that we have to let go of, no matter if we want to be successful in anything, it doesn't matter whether it's a network marketing business or you're an inventor or you want to be the CEO of a company. It sounds bad, but I say you can't give a rip. You can't give a rip about the people that don't matter. You've got to look at the people that really matter, you honor and that you respect, and you feel like are mentors and people that lift you up. And if those people are giving you some advice, then that you could take and still use your discernment. But if people are the crabs in the bucket, as Monty always talks about, trying to drag you down, you got to look at that and say, do I want to be down in that hole of discomfort and complaining and bitching and, not, whatever? Or do I want to be up there with those other people? And not that it's bad that those people are good or bad or whatever. It's just, you don't want to be where you're at. You want to go to a new place. You got to let go. And it's just like a balloon, let go of all those heavy baggages. And then so that you can go up to where you want to go. Just
really good.
Let it off.
That's good, man. That's good. I'm going to give you some of those, whatever they're called.
Props.
Sing, let it go. Oh my gosh. No, you don't want us to sing unless Tom or Monty.
No, you don't. Unless you want to call some cats over.
Yeah. My cat.
Let it go. Is that who is that by?
That's that Frozen song. You know what I'm saying? But
got it.
When I sing, my cats come and they come. My one cat, it's like I must be doing the mating call or something in cat language because he comes.
That's funny.
It's horribly. It's like that video of you singing with your dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's like, Tom.
Oh!
Yeah.
I could probably get him to do it right now.
Probably could. So I guess the last one I won't let.
Jen, whoa.
Whoa! What? Oh.
Come on, let's do it. Let's feel it. Come on. I feel like it's Friday. Is it Friday?
It is Friday, yeah.
All right, we don't have to do this.
Every day is Friday.
Oh, let's, okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, I was going to have J King J11 join the hot seat and sing. She said, I may join.
Is someone coming? Hey, who's coming into the open seat there?
Well, I've invited, I don't know who J King J11 is.
Gosh, what if people are like buck naked on there?
Yeah.
You ever had that happen?
Jen from Oklahoma. Yeah, we could have her join and sing the Frozen song. That's funny.
How about question?
Well, do you want to do a question before the last thing we'll wrap up is why did we hit them all? You don't? Oh no, I've got one more thing that. Well, why don't we do the one last thing real quick and then we'll do questions, because the last thing I had was you don't need to know any more than you know today in order to get started in your business.
Yes.
You know, we always hear, I need to know more. I need to know more about enrolling people. I need to know more about paperwork. I need to know more about the product. I need to know more about telling people. You don't need to know anymore. You just got to get your feet moving and get your pants on fire and your feet on fire and go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Okay. Let's do something real quick, Jen. I got it.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to call you from start to finish and enroll you in fast forward. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm going to be the prospect, right?
You're the prospect, but go. We're going to go like, let's pretend we're on 4x fast.
Okay. We're going to be like chipmunks.
It's like half
We're
salsa.
going to go.
Yes.
All right. Ring.
Hello.
Hey, Jen.
Yes. Hi.
Hey, this is Tom. What's going on?
Nothing. What's happening, dude?
Hey, real quick. I know we haven't talked in like a million years, but I literally just started a new venture, a new business. And you were literally one of the first few people that I was thinking about. And I remember back in the day, you were obviously super outgoing and bubbly and popular and all that. And I wanted to see if you're open to at least taking a look at what I'm doing.
Yeah. Do you want to talk now, or do you want to send me a video thing, or what do you got?
You know what? Here, let me do this real quick. I'm going to shoot you. Do you have a pen and paper handy real quick?
Yep.
Awesome. Write this down. It's www.beanoiltycoon.com.
Okay. Got it.
All right, go to that, watch that, and I'll call you back in 15 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
By the way, real quick, how you been?
I'm good. I just
good. How are the kids? How's Monty? How's this? How's the horse? How's awesome? Really, really good. Okay, so
we're all good.
So I would go. So I say it really quick, do the intro, and then I send you to a video or a local presentation, and then I call you back and say, "You ready?"
Yes. Hello.
Awesome. By the way, how are the horses? And I would reconnect with you a little bit. By the way, what did you like most about what you saw?
My company just downsized, and I really like the fact I could possibly work and do this for myself.
Wow. Tell me more about that. What do you mean they downsized? How long have you been there?
I was there for like 10 years, and I was in management, and I really had this sweet job, and I loved what I did, but they got into some financial things going on, and I was one of the last to be chopped.
That stinks. Man, I'm sorry to hear about that. Was there anything else that jumped out at you that you saw in the video?
I like the fact I could possibly earn that 6-figure income again. I know it probably doesn't happen really quick, but I really would like to secure that for myself.
Okay, so you were already up to a 6-figure income.
Yeah, I was already doing, up in the management. So I am looking. I'd like to do something for myself before I went and got another job.
Gotcha. Well, by the way, congratulations. You've come a long way since high school.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
All that partying paid off.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think that's incredible. So awesome. Any questions? that you have that came up?
No, how do I get started? I mean, is there like, do I need to have inventory? Do I need to, have you host those candle party thing like that? Or what do I do? Because I don't know. How do you tell people about this? I mean, it sounds all good, but what do I do to get started?
All right. How do I get started? All right. Great question, by the way. And you said, do you have to do parties? Is that your other question?
Yes.
Do I have to do parties? Is that something that you were looking to do?
I like presenting, but I sure as hell don't want to do those parties and make people buy stuff that feeling obligated to buy stuff.
Okay.
That's just weird.
Wait, I'm sorry. So you said you would, if you don't have to, you said you wouldn't mind doing parties, or you would do parties?
I like doing presentations, but I don't want to have those parties where people come over feeling obligated to buy stuff.
Okay. Don't want to do any pushy parties. I got it.
Pushy parties.
Any other questions?
No pushy parties.
All right. Any other questions?
No, I'm just, how to get started, besides the questions, like, how do I, what do I do? What are the first steps to take? And how do I actually grow a business?
Awesome. All right, cool. I can help you with that. Awesome. So let me just share with you how to actually get started. Once we have a training system that has been around for many years. It's helped our company reach that $1 billion in sales that you saw. So we have it step by step exactly how to help you get started in the business. So once you get started, you just follow that system and you find out how to build a business exactly around your time frame and your experience and how you're looking to build your business. So that's what you'll be doing. And we teach you how to either get customers and or find people like yourself that are open to helping with the expansion of Young Living in our company here in the area and throughout the country. And that's exactly what we do. And by the way, all we do it so we don't feel like we're pushing or selling or bugging, because I don't want to do that either, is all we do is we send people to a website or a video that does all the explaining for us where they can watch it professionally and make a decision if it's right for them. So all I do, instead of bugging or pushing, I just direct. So if I do have someone over, I just direct people to a presentation, and that's exactly what I do to get customers, and that's exactly what I do to bring people into the business. That's exactly how it works. And then of course there's much more training, but once you get started, we walk you through that step by step. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Awesome. Well, welcome aboard. High five. Boom. Oh, Monty wants in some of this. Boom, Monty. So seriously, welcome aboard. By the way, all I ask is one thing, Jen.
What is that?
If I help you, and our company, our system helps you make that extra $10,000 a month, we do a horse riding tour in Minnesota, not in the winter.
Minnesota.
Not Minnesota.
Yeah.
With my 4 girls, and we get you to 10 grand, but we do a horse riding tour in the most beautiful places in Minnesota that you talked about on our last call. Fair enough?
Sounds awesome. Yeah. That's for
awesome.
Sure.
It's cool. All right, let me go ahead and get your info, okay? Now, where do you want the product shipped to? What's the best address?
Blah, 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 Minnesota.
Blah, 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 Minnesota.
That's easy to spell.
And now, and I'd explained earlier, the best way to start is definitely you want to get, you will have a hard time keeping these products on your shelf. This isn't one of these things where you have to store up a garage full of products, but you definitely want to get the $579 pack where you can get the diversification of products for yourself. But also, of course, people are going to want to know what the heck you're doing, and it's great to have some product on hand. Plus, here's the big thing I'll tell you, Jen. Whatever you do, people are going to do the same thing. And for the rest of your career, for the next 5-10 years and making 10,000 and beyond, people are always going to ask you this one question: what level did you start at it? So if you start off at the $500 packet where it's best for them to be in business with that product package, they're going to do the same thing. So do you want to put that on? And by the way, I normally wouldn't sneak that in. I normally would have explained that earlier, but I'm throwing it in there right now to share with you how I do that. If someone does ask how much does it cost,
right.
I always bring people in at the top product packaging. It's the best for the client, it's the best for you, and it's the best for their duplication, bar none. Okay? And if they can't do that, then put them in a different pack. But that's the best way to bring people in. Thank you so much for that, Mrs. Angela Brooks. You are a rock star.
She is a rock star.
So I know this sounds crazy, and there's definitely a lot of ingredients that I do. There's a lot of things that I do. Probably the most significant thing that I remember that I did there was you said that you didn't want to do, do I have to do home parties? I want to qualify that. And just in casual conversations, that's something you want to do, right? And then I directed my conversation based on that. I missed the hearing a little bit, but that's what I do. So from start to finish, that was a very fast wham bam, let's get going in the business, ma'am, process. And but I know it sounds crazy for all of you that are watching this live. That's how I've enrolled over 500 people in 1 year. Textbook, now obviously a lot faster. I take my time with clients. I want to connect with the prospects, but that's a short version of some of the ingredients of how I enroll people.
One thing I wanted to add that hopefully people caught is that an objection is, or what you may perceive as an objection, don't assume it's an objection. Because, I mean, I could ask you, Tom, is this one of those pyramids? And does that mean that it's negative? No, it may not. I know you would ask me, what do you mean by that? And I would say, well,
yeah. What do you mean pyramid? Yeah. Help me out with that, Jen.
Yeah.
You almost act new. Act new. Like most of your new people are new. So don't try to be this salesperson. Don't try to say, well, what do you mean? You mean like the CEO and like all the people? You mean like that? No, we're nothing like, no. That's 1980s network marketing. You don't have to do that anymore. And they say, one of those things where it's one of those illegal things. And then I just look at them and go, no, we're a billion-dollar company. Absolutely not.
Right.
Been around for 15 plus years.
Right. Exactly. Do we want to do any people in the hot seat? We got Linda.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Okay. I'd love to see some people over there. I'm trying to get my wife back her computer and get on Blab over here.
Okay, we got Laura in second. We'll do Linda first and then Laura. So real quick to recap, the 5 things is the first thing is fresh start this fall. Second thing is get into action mode. Third thing is make your candidate list. Fourth thing is get your focus off your own check and onto your team. And number 5 is you don't need to know any more than you already know. You're echoing a little bit, Tom.
Oops, sorry. Hang on one sec.
Let's see if we can get Linda on.
Can I pause?
She's coming on.
Can I pause it?
Wait a second.
And
Linda,
there goes Tom.
We just lost him.
That's okay.
I'm going to try to get him back on.
There he is. He's coming back on.
There, you're back. We're trying to let Linda, I don't know if she's having a hard time connecting. If Linda doesn't come on, I know that Laura, there. Hey, Linda.
Hey, how are you?
Linda,
Hello.
Are you the one giving all those props? Thank you.
I'm trying. Can you hear me?
Linda.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Give her some props.
Oh yeah, let's
there
blow
we
it up.
are.
Everybody blow her up. Get her to 1,000. There's 200 people on here. She's the first person that stepped up and took action. Everybody just double tap on her beautiful
Look at
face
that.
right there.
She's already at 500.
Get to 1,000. Let's blow it out of the water for her.
Yeah, we're already at 700.
Come on, everybody, real
I
quick.
just started doing Periscope.
That's
too.
fun.
Boom,
Yeah,
1,000.
Periscope.
Woo! All right, I'm sorry. By the way, this is my wife, everybody. This is Kim.
Hello,
Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Monty.
You could tell she's good at selling, huh? She got me, right?
Yeah.
Did you have a
Trying to get the glare out.
Do you have a question, Linda?
Oh no, I'm just really enjoying the scopes. I'm enjoying. I just learned about Blab, but I'm liking learning about all of the new resources and the ways that we can get out and talk to people. I left ministry in about 6 months ago and started with Young Living, and I made executive last Friday.
Atta girl.
Yeah, and I think I was caught in that I needed to know everything mode, and now I understand all you need is some passion, get out there and talk, and Get off Facebook. Get out there and talk to some people.
Yeah, Linda is very sharp. Linda and I talked to convention, and girl, you have it going on. I mean, you know what you need to do, and I'm so proud to hear that you made executive.
Yeah, I did. I didn't make it by convention, but I made it just last Friday.
It's the first. Now you're on the race to silver, girl. Now you got the pressure.
Silver and 6. Yeah, silver
that
and
is
6.
Awesome.
So what I've done is I'm reaching out to all of my people, and I'm trying to find some leaders, and I'm having a special leader meeting this Sunday and seeing who I can get out there and do meetings for.
Very cool.
So.
Very good. Well, nice to meet you, Linda.
It's great. I think if I had to give anybody any advice, it would be find something in the company that you can latch onto, whether it's healing oils of the Bible or whether it's the Thieves product or something that resonates with you.
Yes.
And that will be what your platform will be.
People's air is crappy. They need one of these. Every house. Hey, guys, let me tell you something. I'm not a distributor with your company. But I would have no problem if I was in your company calling every friend, and even in other network marketing companies, they say, oh, no, I'm not interested in Young Living. I'm like, okay, great, but you need to have one of the best oil products in the world. I know you have great nutritional products. You have great, skincare or whatever other people have, but very few people have high-level essential oils, and everybody needs one of these diffusers, guys.
We didn't just put it there.
What's that?
We didn't just put it here for this.
Yeah, we didn't put it here for this. By the way, yeah, it's right there all the time. It's not here just because I'm trying to kiss butt with everybody in Young Living.
No.
Thank you. I enjoy it too. That's awesome. Yes.
That is so funny. Do you, Linda, do you have any questions for any of us before we open it up for, I think Laura wants to come on.
Turn the air up.
My question would be organizing. How, once you get to the executive level, how are you keeping all of this organized?
Do you have any database? Do you have a database, Linda?
Other than like Excel or Marketing Sense and the Young Living.
I would use
downline.
I've got all my stuff in the Wild Family database that Vicki Opfer does, so that I can keep everybody organized. I can run reports, look at my leaders and know what's going on and look at the growth patterns. Wild Family database.
You broke up, so I don't know what you said.
Yeah, I cannot live without it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the easiest way to see your organization, run the reports, look at your data, especially where you're at right now. It's probably time to look at doing it. Yeah, thanks for jumping on, Linda.
Okay.
We're going to give you a couple more props. And I'm gonna...
Hey, Jen, we should do like rapid fire, like no a timer. Problem. It'd be fun because there's a lot of people on this.
Okay. Well, Linda, we're going to let you jam, and I know Laura's wants to jump in. So we're going to catch you in a little bit, girl. Thanks.
Bye,
girl.
Bye, Linda.
Okay, Laura. Let's see if Laura can jump on. Come on, Laura. See if your computer's behaving itself.
I was going to say the best thing about this business is this is CEO training at its best. And I did a scope on this yesterday. Hey, there she is. Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
How are you?
All right. What do you got in the background there? What's on your fridge there?
Let's see. There's my super cool cow picture in the back there.
That is super cool.
I just want to
watch this. We're going to blow you up real quick.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to blow you up to 1,000.
Really quick. All of you,
Is it working?
Yes. Everybody help me get to 1,000. Okay. Ask your question while we're doing it too, Laura.
I am just wanting to tell you guys thank you for putting this together, and also
So you've opened Chrome and you've gone to Blab and you're wondering how this WebRTC audio and video works.
Something's happening here. I'm sorry. I am trying.
Nice.
I am not so good with computers. I had to try to figure this out as we were going. Anyway, just like a challenge. Can you offer a really specific challenge? I know we've been talking about all the 5 things, but I don't know.
You want like a definitive challenge, like do this by this date.
Pedal to the metal, baby.
I can do it.
Okay, so go ahead, Tom.
What rank are you at right now?
I am at Senior Star.
Senior Star. What's the next rank?
Well, the next rank would be Executive. I kind of set myself up that I would like to be at, Silver or something by next time this year or next year this time. But
okay. So what I've learned from a woman named Sherry Sharman, she was the #1 earner years ago of a company called Equinox. And she was $300,000 a month earner. And I remember meeting her in my early 20s. She had this beautiful ocean front house in San Diego. And in the last company I was in many years ago, it was prepaid legal. And she said, you've got to be an executive director. I said, I'm going to be she's like, when are you going to be an executive director? I said, the end of this year, I will be an executive director. 12 months from now, I'm going to be an executive director. And she gave me what she calls the crazy look. She says, you're going to be an executive director next month. She did it. I don't recommend these strategies. This was old school. She's like, you're letting me down. You're letting your family. It was really kind of manipulation. But the interesting part is I didn't like her for it. But guess what? I went executive director within a month. So what I've learned, it's kind of that concept. If you were on earlier, Laura, don't look at how long it takes someone to go from senior star to what was the level you wanted to get to, silver, and then diamond. I'm telling you, trust me, everybody, and Laura, trust me on this. Don't look what the normal time frame to do it is. If you did what I shared earlier, the quickness of it is if you just did the simplicity, the really basic things, and you got really hungry, just for time's sake, I just got to use the analogy like a bulldog. You just latch on to you're going to be a silver and then a diamond very quickly. You've got to just do the things that we shared, that Jen and Monty shared in this call, and you will blow past executive. You'll blow past silver. You'll blow past even going diamond by having that mindset from a challenge perspective. So set a goal, make it aggressive, and put the focus into that goal, and you'll see how fast. It's just shocking. It's shocking the paradigm shifts you can jump when you're doing that.
One thing I want to add to that, Tom, that I don't know if you know this as part of our culture in the past, is that we would always look to the next rank. So we've got silver and we've got senior star, executive, silver, gold, platinum, diamonds, blah blah blah. We would always be like, okay, I want to get to executive. Okay, now it's time for silver, and now it's time for gold. A lot of the people that I've known that are building really fast, they're building to Royal Crown. They're not looking at any of the ranks.
I like that.
So I like that. Get your 6 teams going and build to those 6 teams. You will blow right through all the ranks, and you won't even. It's like if you're driving. If I'm going to go see Tom in San Diego, Monty and I are doing a road trip. I'm looking at San Diego. I'm not looking at going to, through Montana, and I'm not looking at going south. I'm not looking at all the stops on the way. I might stay overnight there, just a night, and say hi to the people that live there. But I'm really focused on Tom in San Diego. And that's how you got to look at Royal Crown. Build your 6 teams. You're looking for 6 to build the 6 teams.
I love it.
That's how you're going to blow right through those ranks.
When
do you want to be Royal Crown? That's what you got to do. You got to find your 6. So if you want to be, you could be gold by January 1st without a question. I know you could be.
It's awesome.
Conversation also applies to Ginny King. She's asking questions on the side too. It's the same thing. Is don't get stuck on that one leg or the leg that's not doing so well. Is just keep building underneath you, just like Jen said. Do that rising star bonus thing, build it out, because you're going to need the 6-7 teams just to get to that point.
Yeah. And I was very blessed when I built. I didn't know anything about structuring, but I'm as big as my business is, I'm extremely shallow, and I still get paid. My biggest levels are 3rd and 4th and 5th level, even though I have thousands of people in my organization. So I maximize my check. I don't stack anybody under people. It's like I work my first level, I work with my second level, I work with anybody in my team, but when I'm actually consciously building, I'm building second level and third level, and then I let the rest of it organically grow. And I get paid on everything in my entire organization. And I have 8 teams that are over 15,000, some are over 30, so it's like everything is really dense and wide. It's like a rectangle like this.
That's awesome.
Very solid and how it's built. But you get those 6, Laura, get the 6 and just focus on blowing those 6 to silvers. I mean, that's really what you got to do. And then you'll be diamond.
Not get caught up in all the details, like you were saying.
No, focus. Yeah. And then focus on helping 6 people get to silver.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. I mean, that's exactly how Kim and I do it. We only look at the top and then work our way back. That's really beautiful.
Woohoo for us. Yeah. All right, Laura, thanks for being brave and jumping on, girl.
Thanks. Thank you.
Bye, Laura.
Bye.
So we're gonna see if anybody else wants to jump on. I'll talk to you later, girl. That's awesome. Anybody else want to take the hot seat? Just click in the middle there where it says open seat, if you can see that. Okay.
Jacques does, but he doesn't want to be on screen.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what we can do here.
I think you can if you disable the camera or something like that. But this is what Blab is about: is face-to-face, voice-to-voice.
Voice to voice.
While he's logging on, Jenny King has the same thing. Is probably the most heartbreaking thing you could ever do is stack your team, because when somebody gets stacked, they're not all in it, and all of a sudden they stop being in it. That is heartbreaking. I don't know how many of you have experienced that, but at some point in your career, it might happen if you start stacking.
I stacked I didn't actually stack. I actually took people with me to expos, and I sign up 100 people in a weekend at an expo, and we'd blow people's businesses up to 100 plus people within a month. And I would build people that weren't true leaders. And those legs all died. They all croaked. It looks like Jacques is having a hard time with his connection. Jacques, you can also turn your camera away from your face. Like you could put a sticky note over your face or, anything like that. Let me let you figure this out, and then we'll see if anybody else wants to go in the hot seat. We'll come back to you. Okay, buddy? Okay. Does anybody else want to take the seat while Jacques figures out his technology? Who wants to take the seat? If not, we can wrap it up. J. King J, you can take the seat if you want to talk. This is what Blab is all about, living for real.
Hey, Jen, can I share the link real quick that I did for Young Living?
Oh, gosh, please, let's do that. I totally I'm so wrapped up in this. Go ahead.
I am too. And I want to put a shout out, Dr. Mary Starr and Jay Carter. And Angela Brooks right there. Angela, you should pop on here. Angela Brooks and about, I don't know how many, 70 plus people joined me this month for a live boot camp. And it's a recruiting boot camp. Kind of those steps I go through in extreme detail.
Put a hat on, Angela.
What's that?
I said, Angela's got sweaty hair. I said, just put a hat on.
Come on, Angela. So I'm going to give everybody a link right now to go look at it. There has been, again, over 70 people from Young Living are gone through this just this month right now. There's still time. We've only done 1 call of a live boot camp, and we have 3 more, plus I'm doing 2 private sessions where I'm actually making live dials. I'm actually going to be recruiting into Young Living. And again, not as a distributor, just to show you that I don't know your comp plan. I don't know the ranks. I don't know all the details of what's in this. I don't know where to rub it. I don't know all the benefits of Young Living oils. But what I do know how to do is enroll people without knowing all the details. And I could show you how to be more proficient at enrolling people. So I don't know if you guys could see this. There you go. Angela, will you share everybody, how was the first boot camp so far real quick?
Boot camp was good. People are chatting in our Facebook group like crazy. They're asking good questions. They're on the phone today. So they're having to do accountability in the group, and that's really cool.
That's really good. So here's the website, guys. It's GrowYL. Is this backwards?
No, it looks great.
That's right.
Growyl.com.
This is like a props video game sometimes with Blab.
I love it.
And here's the thing, guys. You could do the boot camp, and also I do in that private mastermind as well. You can go get more information there, and you'll like 80% of the call or 70% of the call is all Young Living this month. So it's a lot of fun.
You're doing
Angela,
dials.
You're going to hit 1,000 in a minute.
I'm doing dials. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing 2 private masterminds. So I'm doing the boot camp, and then if people want to do the mastermind, plus they get triple your sponsoring in one big package, one package. And I'm doing 2 private masterminds for Young Living starting next Thursday, where I'm making live calls from leads that we're generating, that we're going to generate, Jen, with Jen's new private, secret, top secret marketing system that she's building for herself and maybe more people. But we're going to be using those leads, and I'm going to be actually recording live dials and letting people hear how someone, an outsider, brand new to Young Living, again, doesn't know all the details of your company, but I'm actually going to be recruiting and talking to people live about Young Living and showing all of you how to do it from scratch. Like if without having to go to an oil party, without having to know the compensation, without having to know all the details, I'm going to show you how simple it is. So that's what we're doing in this private mastermind. And then of course I'm going to go through recruiting strategies in detail that I would do for Young Living specifically on those two masterminds. So again, the website is
growyl.com.
Growyl.com. Very simple. How many of you guys like that domain?
I would say you rock, babe.
Brought the props. You know, Tom, that's awesome because that debunks the whole thing about, well, I need to know everything before I get started.
Yes.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
It does. And on purpose, I don't know all the details. That's what's so interesting.
Yes. Oh,
and my ratio of recruiting for Young Living would be super high because it's the most important part about recruiting is not necessarily knowing all the details about the company. It's knowing how to know the person. And that's what I've learned how to get good at.
Did you know, Tom, this whole Blab thing is Angela's fault?
I guessed that. Where did she go, by the way?
She's right there. I could see her.
I only see audio. Oh, there we go.
She told me about this Blab thing, and then I got on a Blab. We did kind of the worst Blab ever a couple weeks ago.
And the best idea turned into the worst, experience.
We failed big, but then this is all because of her. She said, "You hear about Blab? You got to get on Blab." And I'm like,
well, I want to ask Angela a question then, since we got her. Angela, there's 235 people on here. Is it like Periscope where it's in and out, or is it more retention? People will stay here longer.
It depends on the conversation. The retention here has been really good. Periscope, you get an odd group of people in and out. It depends on your title. People that you drag in, which is good.
You drag
them in.
That's a Southern thing.
But the retention on this call has been very good, and it's very active over on the conversation flowing.
Yeah, this has been fantastic. Tom, I think this is amazing, and I'm so glad that we decided to do this. This is awesome.
Yeah. Let's do more. You guys have got a new fan. I'm always a fan of you guys, Young Living, and you, Jen, for sure. And now Angela, you guys have some amazing people in your business. Your company attracts not just leaders, but just really good people. And I love working with you guys. I feel like I'm part of your family and your team, and I want to help your company and your teams get to the next $1 billion. And it's just a matter of who's going to get the biggest piece of that billion, the next $1 billion that your company already knows how to provide.
Right. What are you doing? What are you doing, Monty?
I'm saying I'm in on that one. I want a big piece.
We got to all get up and do the.
That's so funny. Two happy dances. Oh my gosh. Well, should we try to see if Jacques comes on again? I think he said he's ready. What do you think?
Yeah,
sure.
Okay, Angela.
I love the hot seat.
Bye, okay. Angela.
Jacques, if you want to try to come on again, I know that you are trying to figure out your technology.
By the way, if my computer just blows up again and it got too hot, And if it does it again, I will see you guys later, by the way. I just want to, probably won't log back on.
Yeah, let's see. Well, if there's anybody else wants to take that seat, if not, we'll be done with this blab, which has been absolutely amazing. And I tell you what, there was some good information here today. Okay.
Or just come on and say hi.
Yeah, come on, brave people. And everybody's like, no, I don't want to be like freaking out.
Hey, remember the self-sabotage thing? My wife, I'm so proud of my wife. I got to tell you, my wife has never, there's not in a million years that she would get on this thing without makeup. She's doing periscopes without makeup. She's doing pictures and blab. I mean, it's just, you gotta just go for it. Although she did put makeup on a little while ago. Come on, someone just.
The hard part is being fair. You know, if you're a fair person, like even myself, like she is, we have no eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't see. So it looks like, we're not wearing makeup. And so at least we feel that way. I know we don't look that way, but we feel that way.
Monty, you look like you've got some muscles up there, buddy. Look at that, man. You're 100. How tall are you?
I am the perfect height and the perfect weight.
Very good.
Yeah, Jen's like, what? What am I? I'm like 185, 190, depending on the meal.
Yeah, I can tell you got some stockiness to you.
Yeah. Like now if I would just start working out, that'd be even better.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
I'm looking for a gym. So if anybody in Minneapolis is looking for a gym for me, I'd love that because I am looking. You know what I'd love to do? I'd love to do like a parkour gym. I think that'd be like super awesome.
That'd be fun.
Or American Ninja Warrior. Can you imagine that?
Yes. I believe you could build that kind of culture in your team. You could build that and attract certain people. That could be your niche, Monty.
It should be. I've always wanted him to do a parkour gym because he was doing that stuff, not parkour, but he was doing the what's that stuff that everybody's doing now, honey?
CrossFit, yeah.
Yeah, he was doing CrossFit before it was even a thought in anybody's mind, with the ballistic training he used to do.
Yeah. Well, like Jen, I learned CrossFit's not good for 40-some-year-old guys who want to be 20 with adrenal fatigue.
What I was doing was like a modified CrossFit where you're good at everything, but you weren't doing 300 reps. You were doing like maybe 3 sets of 3, that kind of deal.
Very good.
Yeah, very good.
All right, Jen, I'm gonna go.
I think we're good now. I think nobody wants the seat, but okay, everybody, we've recorded this. Check out Tom's growyl.com and hear him doing prospecting. And we'll do more blabs in the future. So thanks, everybody. And
thanks, Angela.
We'll catch you later. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Monty. And thanks, Angela, and everybody else that joined.